It's berry season around here, which means it's time to make a delicious cobbler, Southern style with 100% freshly milled wheat. Hey y'all, welcome back to Grains and Grit. My name is Felicia and welcome back to my kitchen where I get to teach you all a wonderful recipe. I like to call these no one's ever gonna know that this is actually whole grain, and this is a delicious Southern style dessert that you have here that is crazy easy and perfect for the season that we're in where all the fruits are coming out. So I'm first going to start by milling about 2 cups of soft white wheat berries. We're going to need 2.5 cups of flour. And while this is milling, we're just going to go ahead and gather our other ingredients. So what you see here is this is 1.5 cups of sugar. I use cane sugar, and so I really need to make sure that all the lumps are out of it. So depending on the type of sugar that you're using, do make sure all the lumps are out. You don't want lumpy sugar. And there is a way to be backing off on the sugar, and I'll kind of tell y'all where you can do that later on. Okay, so to our sugar, we're going to add 2.5 cups of the freshly milled soft white wheat flour, and then we need to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder to that and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using Redmond salt here. It works just fine. And then we got to whisk all of the dry ingredients together and make sure there are no lumps. And to this, we're going to add 2 cups of milk. I do recommend whole cow milk. It just works best. And then whisk all that in. And then to that, add in the 1 stick of melted butter, and again whisk until everything is all together. And this is basically what you're going for, where it's not thin like water, but it's kind of like a thinner, I would say, like pancake batter here. So it's got a little bit of thickness to it, but definitely not, like you're pouring water, and not as thick as a pancake and definitely not as thick as a muffin type batter. And then we're going to grease a 9x13 pan and pour all of that in. Super simple. Let's talk about today's sponsor, and that is 4 Generations Organic Farms. So I love 4 Generations Organic Farms. They are an excellent source of my organic hard red and hard white wheat berries, along with some others. And another thing is I love about 4 Generations is that I'm buying directly from the farmer. They are organic farmers that have been around, well, 4 generations since the late 1800s in Oklahoma. So they are USA grown wheat berries that you can get. They're shipped straight to your house, reasonably priced, and they're organically grown, which means that they're taking care of their soil, regenerative farm practices, no GMOs, no crazy pesticides, definitely no glyphosate, nothing crazy like that. And so they're also taking care of their soil for that 5th generation that I'm hoping to come around. So if you haven't checked them out, be sure to just go to grainsandgrit.com/4generations. Use coupon code grainsandgrit for 10% off your first order. Tell them I sent you, and good news is their grains already come very well sealed and with oxygen absorbers in it already. So already doing well when it comes to storing them long term. Okay, so back to the cobbler. Now we're going to add in our 4 cups of berries. We're using blueberries. These are actually wild blueberries that my kids gathered for me, that we have growing here on our property. Now the thing is that with any berries, these are frozen. They went ahead and froze them for me. And so if you're using frozen berries, pull them straight out of the freezer. Don't let them thaw, because then they'll get really mushy. So just any type of berry will work. You can do strawberries. Again, these are blueberries. You can even do this for a peach cobbler. I would just slice your peaches, maybe cut them into quarters and place them down. So as you can see, I'm not mashing them down, and definitely don't mix the fruit in. You just want to cover the top like this, and as it bakes, they're going to be sinking down. Now, a little tip, if you actually like to see the berries on top, it kind of makes it a little bit prettier. About halfway through baking, well, first of all, you're going to want to save some of your berries, and about halfway through the baking, add the rest of the berries on top, and that actually will kind of create a more pretty look. But here is the part that you can omit if you want. I'm just adding about a tablespoon or even 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're just going to sprinkle that here on top. This is completely optional, and you can leave this out if you want. And then we're ready to bake. We're gonna put it in to a preheated 350-degree oven. As you can see, I do this while I'm baking bread, and I just needed to stick the rolls back in. And then we're going to bake this for about a total of 50 minutes. And as you can see here, this is after 40 minutes, and you can sprinkle even more sugar here on the top. The reason for this is it kind of helps it brown a bit more. So if you do this, just do it the last 10 minutes. But what you're looking for is this is after 50 minutes. You don't want it to be jiggling in there. It's all pretty firm, not burnt. It looks and smells absolutely amazing. So here's the danger with some of the sugar. Make sure you don't dump it, because you can see some of it didn't quite melt. That's totally fine. No one's gonna know. And then this is how you serve it, y'all. You need to just serve it hot, straight from the oven. And you just scoop some up, and there is only one thing that is okay to serve with this, and that is vanilla ice cream. You can maybe do some Cool Whip. That's okay. But really, all cobblers must be served hot and with a fresh scoop of vanilla ice cream. And it is so good. This is a taste of summer here in the South. And so here I am. I'm going to be taste testing this, and it really is good. And it's great to know that I can feed my family a great dessert that is actually whole grain. And honestly, I don't think anyone's really going to know it is 100% freshly milled and whole grain unless you tell them. So hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know if you like this recipe, what cobblers you like. Printable recipe will be in the description box below. And if you're looking for another fun and wonderful dessert using 100% freshly milled wheat, check out my ride or die chocolate chip cookie recipe that I have up here for y'all. Otherwise, I'm going to continue enjoying this because it is delicious. And as always, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.